This next interview that you all are about to see on my podcast is with a gentleman by the name of Wayne Lewis. He goes by the name Spanky. And he is a stickler in our community, and he also played for Coach Robert Hughes at I M Terrell High School. Now, in this snippet of the full interview, he's going to be talking about some of the historic moments with Coach Hughes and some of the things that we didn't know about Coach Hughes. I think that you will enjoy it. And for those of you who were close with Coach Hughes or knew anything about Coach Hughes, I think this will be very informative. Check it out. We're sitting here on Robert Hughes's court.
Yes, we are.
What two-part question.
Okay.
What did you learn from Coach Hughes, and what did Coach Hughes mean to you?
Well, what I learned from Coach was the ability to be competitive. You know, he taught that more than anything else because all of his teams, if nothing else, they were well taught and they were very competitive. You know, so
Yes, sir.
this is what I got from him. And what was the second part?
And what did he mean to you?
He meant so much to me because he was the first man that I saw be a man.
Okay.
You know, and back then it was still Jim Crow.
Right.
And I was like in the 7th grade, and I went to a football game at Farrington Field.
Okay.
And what was so odd was, you know, he was a wide receiver coach. You know, I don't know how they got that out of
Coach Hughes was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, he don't do football at all. You don't do pretty much nothing. You don't golf.
That's new information for me.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of it, man. I got a load.
Coach Hughes was a football coach.
Yeah. And, you know, he, how good he was, I couldn't say. But anyway, he had a drop top Buick.
Okay.
You know, one of them long jaunts, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, he just flooded his car down with players. And, you know, it was like he was building my situation and his situation for the future. Because he took me everywhere, you know. And when we got there, we went to this gate that coach normally goes in because he's a routine person. You know, he goes the same way to work, goes the same way back home.
Right.
You know, and he's just routine about whatever he does. So when he got there, and we were all standing outside, so the guy said, "Coach, you have your pass?" Coach said, "No, I went off and left my pass." And as a matter of fact, his wife was with us too.
Yes,
and
sir.
she was stuck in the car with all them hard heads. And you know, well, the guy told him, which was a Caucasian, white man. He told him, he said, "I just can't let you in without your pass." Coach said, wait a minute, let's make sense of this situation. He said, "I'm one of the tallest black men in Fort Worth."
Yeah.
He said, "I am 6'6". He said, "I'm a routine person." He said, "I know you know me because I come to this gate every time." He said, "Well, I'm sorry, you just can't come in." Coach said, "Well, if you're going to stand on this, you are absolutely sorry." I looked, and I said, "Man, I ain't never heard this happen."
Right.
With a white man?
Right.
You know, very, very indifferent. You know. So Coach got so swole at him and got so upset till he took his coat off and was talking about putting some knuckles upside his head.
Okay.
I went back and told all my little friends. I said, "Man, Coach Hughes, I've never seen nothing like it before, man." I said, "Man, he's checked this white guy."
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that before.
In the Jim Crow era.
Yes. This had to be 62 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, and that was far from anybody's concept of thinking.
And that was around the white and black water fountain time.
Absolutely. You know, because and restrooms, you know, everything was separate. You know, and as a matter of fact, just in my thinking, you know, those were the best times because we didn't have to, you know, overly involve ourselves in anything because we already had everything that we needed. We had businesses. Oh man, it was just, I thought there was no other place in the world like Fort Worth. You know, but
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, I went back and told all the kids my age, you know, because I was kind of recruiting from him anyway. You know, he'd say, "You got any big guys over there at Carbon?" I said, "Well, we got one. Name is Ollie Ledbetter." You know, he said, "Oh, okay." I said, "You know, he about 6'2" or 6'3". If he stand up straight, he'll probably be 6'4", 6'5".
In middle school.
Yeah. Okay. So Coach said when he met him, and this is another thing that we got involved into, and I still do it today. You know, I name everything and everybody. You know, and when he coach saw him, he said, "Good Lord, son." He said, "Boy, them feet you got, they look like a pair of skis."
Yeah.
That was his handle, ski, for the rest of his life. So, you know, it was all about business, but there was so many other intangibles that went along with it that after you got a little bit older or you got removed from the situation, you could see that it was funny.
Yes, sir.
Because I always said Coach was the unknown comic, you know, because he was comical, man. You know, he'd say some stuff that would just blow your mind. And then when you think about it, even he's talking about you, when you think about it, you just fall out laughing because this man here was funny, man.
Yeah.
You know. So you know, it was a great time and a time of learning. You know, because I not only learned about basketball, I learned about life. You know, and I learned what it was to be a person of integrity.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes,
because of him. You know, he was far from being a cheater. He was far from being a person that would back down. And he just was a stand-up type of brother that I had never experienced in my life.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember one time, well, my jump shot was kind of high, but I was throwing the ball down low to the center, which is what he always taught.
Check the post.
But I didn't throw it high enough, and I turned the ball over. He said, "You shoot like World Be Free. Just throw it like you shoot."
Yeah.
So,
funny guy.
what was it like for you when he passed?